that's it.
Okay, perfect. So I'm the head underwriter assigned for your eligibility and approval. Can you go ahead and grab me a pen and paper, write down my full name and my state license number?
Yep, I got you.
You got it? All right, Maurice, license number and my NPN 1234. Now,
Yep.
is this your cell phone?
Yeah, this is myself.
All right, go take a look at the text message. I just shot you over my state license number and a picture to match the name so you know who you're speaking with. Can you let me know you got that?
Yep, I got it.
Okay, perfect. Now, I receive your request for life insurance. Usually when I get this, it's because someone wants to leave something behind. And you had James. What's your relationship to them?
That's my brother.
Your brother. Got you. And were you looking into life insurance because you already have some and want to add more, or are you starting fresh?
Man, I got some more and I don't even know if I need this.
Okay, cool. So just looking to supplement what you already have. Why do you think you don't what made you fill out the form in the first place?
I got 10, 15,000 and I'm trying to see possibly if I need some more if I could afford it.
10, 15. You have 10 to 15,000 already
Yeah,
in,
I already have
in
it.
okay. And you were looking to just see what else you could afford that could kind of add on to what you already have?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Now, in terms of what you're trying to accomplish, are you mainly focused on covering funeral expenses? That 10 to 15 that you already got is pretty much going to do that, where you're looking to leave something extra behind and replace income or leave a gift to somebody, to your brother?
There we go. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right
Yeah.
there. Now, this is good. All right, everything tonality good. I'm listening to you. Your speed is good. It seems very say natural would say the word. And when y'all hear natural, I don't mean that like you don't take no practice. What I mean it doesn't feel forced. Okay. Um, when I tell you I already have some, right? I have some and I may need some more or whatnot. Now, this is the time to where you got assumptive, right? And you were like, hey, so this could be enough. Is it for a kid? Is it for extra or something like that?
Yeah.
I think this is where I'm like, I don't even know if I really need it. This is where I need you to be very, very matter of fact. Okay. So when I go, hey, yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I need this. I think I already have enough. Then you go, all right, no worries. The reason when you filled this out though, what was you may believe you have enough, but what was the other thought of maybe I don't have enough, right? Like
Mm,
what was that? Was it inflation? Was it the cost of living? Was it you had somebody who passed away near you and you realized, man, if it's $15,000 today, just imagine what it's going to be in 10, 15, 20 years from now. Most of my clients, that's what, you know what I mean? Like you want to start putting some things out there of what most likely it could be versus leaving it open and asking. Because when you leave it open and asking, you can leave yourself open for anything. All right. So with that, I just want to be like, hey, so when you say, man, you don't have enough, and this is with anybody who says they have some or they've been anything like that, just always lead them with. So I'm assuming, right? I'm assuming you just realize that, the price of gas today ain't the same price as it is in 20 years. You know what I mean? Something like that that lets them realize because a lot of the times when folks say they already have it, inflation is the number one reason they're looking to get more.
mm.
That's why they realize, or they talk to an agent and the agent didn't give them no damn value. I've seen that before. Okay. So we're like, I told him I just wanted 10,000. He gave me 10,000, but I really could afford 20. Like you're going to see stuff like that. But this is your opportunity to really get into my why at the very beginning. And I'm kind of being nonchalant about, I don't really know if I really need it. Do you know what I mean? But I'm hearing you. I'm on the phone with you.
Hmm.
That makes sense. I'm on the phone with you. Okay, well, why would you still be on the phone with me if you don't think you need it? I'm not going to ask that, right? But I got to be thinking, all right, cool. This is my opportunity. Because
Right.
if I don't get deep into that now, I don't know if I'll earn it to get deep into it later. Okay. I want to earn it so we can build some trust. But right now is the time that I need to get him really thinking of why, why am I doing this? Because you're working leads now. All right. And they had a moment that they were filling this out and they thought something. Can't even say what. The multitude of different things that they were thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. We got to try our hardest to put in our brain what are the multitude of things that somebody could be thinking. And based on what I know about this person, their age, maybe who their beneficiary is or whatnot, what could I assume is their most likely scenario that they're doing this for? This is for the person who's kind of telling you, I don't really know if I need this. I don't like, they're kind of just, they're on the phone, but their words are saying, I want to not be on the phone. Okay. All right. Now, let me help them out a little bit more to get some clarity early. Now, the client who's for sure, who's not seeing it, I don't really care. You don't have to dig right there, Maurice.
Yeah.
See, this is a very case by case, you guys. This isn't everybody like if he calls me up and I'm like, oh yeah, man, yeah, this is the insurance thing. Oh hell yeah, man, I don't have any, man. I need some. Well, bro, just figure out why I haven't had any and why it's important for me now to do it. Make sense? Let's figure that out. That's the why I'm trying to figure out. But the why for the person who's kind of like, I have some, or I don't really know, like, okay, well, I gotta lead them to something that most people do. Because if I leave it to them, they're gonna keep playing tennis with me. And it's gonna just keep going back and forth, keep going back and forth. Anybody been on the phone with somebody and they trying to like, it feels like you're playing ping pong?
Yeah.
Know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Y'all ever watch ping pong? What is your head doing? Going like
Back and
this?
forth.
Okay. I remember being at the kitchen table and seeing the husband and wife. And I knew the shit wasn't going to go well when my head kept doing this. Because I was like, oh my God, there's too much stuff flying around right now. They're confused. Does that make sense? And like, oh, I need to be more assumptive with them and lead them there because having them try to hash it out and figure out what all these possibilities are is too much. And you don't have a lot of time at the beginning of the phone call to just really get into a ton of different questions per se, nor do they trust you enough. So let me be assumptive. So if I hit something, now they're like, oh shit, he's kind of like reading my mind. And be clear, our clients aren't that smart. There's like only a few scenarios that they got. All right. So Maurice, you're doing good. All right. Tonality is everything. All right. Even if you said the wrong things, I'd still listen to you because it sounds pleasant. Does that make sense? You don't sound like you're trying to
Yeah.
sell. Where are you from?
I've been working on my tonality too. I'm from DC. I stay in Charlotte, North Carolina.
I'm about to say you don't sound like you're from DC. You sound like you're from like Georgia or like or South Carolina or the bottom part of North Kakalaki. Okay,
Oh,
like
okay.
you know what I mean. But that's
Yeah.
I'm just from the tone, like it's just
Yeah.
easy going. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You start to get a DC and above, they start to get in a hurry. You know what I mean? They got a little different.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little bit more like willing and dealing. You don't sound like that. It just sounds very comfortable. All right.
I've been
So
working on it for a minute, man. To be honest, for like the past week, cause tone they can't see me.
that's it.
They can't
That's
see my
everything.
hands. They can't see body language. 80% of the communication is gone. So tone got to be on point.
You know who you remind me of, Bryce? You're gonna say it before I even say it. But
I know
who
you're thinking Charles.
bruh, to the T, right?
Yeah.
To the T. That you just like, bruh, like, all right, just do your thing, bro. Just go. All right. Just go. You talk to enough people, they're gonna say, yeah, don't trip. All
Right.
right. That's the way I feel. Like I'm telling you, you want to be your tonality and your posture can take you so far. Gonna take you so far if you're willing just to work. Because when people start to see like, oh God, like it's just no big deal. He just calling me up doing his job. Not did he sound excited when he was calling me? Was there any bit of excitement?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Did it sound unsure?
Nope.
No, he ain't got all the answers, but it don't sound unsure. You know what I mean? That's the one thing we got to be paying attention to. All right. Now, once you get on the phone and you start getting blasted with some of the, have you started calling the leads yet?
Yeah, I called a couple today. Well,
Good.
not a couple, but a
Good.
lot.
All right. So you'll start getting getting your swings in with those and making some adjustments from there. But make sure you're on live, unmuted, so you can get the immediate feedback.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right, Ray, let's hop on. Let's do one, baby. Mm-mm. And Zach, you want to be the client? All right.
Hear me?
Good job, Maurice.
Hear me, Zach?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So
All right, let's go. Ring, ring.
ring ring. Hello?
Hey, Zach.
Yeah, this is Zach.
Hey, Zach. This is Ray. I was calling about the discount veterans insurance that you inquired about. I see you have listed Redmond as your beneficiary. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, perfect. Well, once again, my name's Ray. I'm the head underwriter here. I'm assigned to handle your eligibility and approval. Do me a favor, grab a pen and paper so you can write down my full name and license number.
All right, hold on real quick. Let me grab a pen. All right, I got it.
All right. So, first name's Ray, R-A-Y. Last name's Parker, Parker. And my license number is 21553708. Okay. And I'm assuming that this is your cell phone number that we're talking on, correct?
Yeah, it's a cell phone.
All right. And you can receive text messages.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to text you over my digital business card along with my state license number. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So once again, like I said, I see you have Redmond List as your beneficiary. What is your relationship to him?
That's just one of my best friends, one of good friend. I've known him since college.
All right. Must be really close.
Yeah.
So perfect. And then were you looking into life insurance because you already have some in place and want to get a little bit more, or do you not have anything set up yet?
Yeah, I already got some in place. I'm just looking to see if add some more to it.
Okay. Perfect. So looking to add a little bit more to supplement your coverage. What kind of coverage do you currently have in place?
I just about 15,000 for some final expense.
Okay. And do you know if that was whole or term?
It's a whole lot.
Okay, perfect. Now, in terms of what you're looking to accomplish with this coverage, is your main concern um, just looking at some, like funeral expenses, or did you want to leave a little extra behind as like for like lost income or a gift?
No, I mean, like I said, I got my final expenses already taken care of. I just, want to make sure that, Lord forbid something was to happen to me that so I could entrust somebody to make sure I don't leave my younger kids some bills left over. I don't really trust their mama too much, so I just want to make sure that my good friend will look out after my kids and pay off any extra debt I may or may not have.
All right. Well, perfect. I mean, this sounds pretty straightforward. So, short version is we're just going to give Redmond a little extra just to kind of pick up the pieces for you. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Got it. Well, hey, I commend you on taking the time at looking into this. Glad I can be the one to help. All right, so from here, my job's super easy. I'm the underwriter for about 35, 40 different insurance companies. I'm gonna run through this suitability sheet, ask you a few health questions, income questions, um, and then to get a little more specific about what you're trying to accomplish with this coverage. Then we're gonna shop around, see who will give you the most insurance for the lowest monthly cost. Okay, all insurance is state regulated, so they're only going to vary a few bucks per company, but they have different things, what they will accept in terms of age, health, medication, things like that. Okay, that's where I'm going to come in. I'm going to handpick 1 to 3 companies that best fit you, saving you time from having to shop all the way around. All right, once we find the company, you're going to customize your plan. Okay, we're going to find the perfect balance of coverage that gives you peace of mind along with affordability. All right. Once we get into the numbers, I am going to ask your feedback. Okay, this is fully customizable. So once again, if we need to get a little more, get a little bit less, that one's going to be completely up to you. All right.
Okay.
All right, perfect. So if we get that far, the insurance company is going to ask you all the same stuff that they would at like a car dealership. So, name how it's spelled on the driver's license, social, address, and then the account number on which you wanted to have the money be drawn from. All right. Now, if we get that far, do you have all the access to all that information?
Yeah, but I don't give out my social over the phone though, so I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said, that's if we make it that far. So we have to get through a few things first. And like I said, if we make it that far, they're going to have to run an MIB report. It's basically just to verify that everything you stated for health was accurate. Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll see when we get there.
Yep. So, and then from there, just, do we, any medical conditions, diabetes, do we smoke? And that's when I go on from there.
Got it. All right. So let's take a good job, dude. All right.
Yeah.
Let's I want to ask I don't know, Bryce, do you got any feedback there? I wrote some stuff down. Or one big thing down, but what do you see when you hear that?
I mean, really smooth. I don't have
Yeah.
a ton of feedback. The only thing that I would say is like in terms of tone, um, more directive. Like find like find like just a little bit of a higher level of like a authoritative tone where he feels like you're taking control. Like you sound really smooth and sound really good,
Hmm.
but you also sound like really nice. And like when you sound like really nice on the phone, clients feel like they have the ability to uh they don't feel like they're being led. That's when like the dumb stuff comes. You know
Okay.
what I mean? And so there's probably just like a level deeper of like I don't know, I call it speaking from your chest. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like as opposed to like speaking from your mouth, and then this is speaking from the chest. Does that make sense? And just kind of like sometimes you kind of find that tone, that posture, so that I was talking with Scott earlier, and it's just like, dude, when you get somebody on the phone, they're immediately judging like who's the alpha in this conversation. And you want to immediately kind of set the tone that you're the alpha, and that will eliminate the ability, like, or not eliminate, but reduce the chances of them saying dumb stuff or trying to take control.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And so just like a little bit more like oomph behind what you're saying.
Yeah.
But on that, dude, I mean, I don't really have a ton other than that. It's super smooth and flows really well, and it will 100% get it done.
Okay.
Okay.
I agree with all that. Um, let's see. Let me see if anybody. Zach, you're on the receiving end. What do you what do you what'd you hear?
Kind of along the lines of what Bryce was saying. I just think a little more like bass. I would say it did come off a little like soft and kind-hearted. Like I'm not saying there will be some people that will be accepted to that. If you're calling vets, you probably got to put a little more into it. Just matching tonality. I was a little louder. I kind of felt like I was more a little in control just with loud. Other than that, just um, like the flow was good. I threw him a little curveball at the end. He kind of just brushed over it and was like, "Yeah, no problem." Obviously, we got more steps we have to get to in order for me to even get your social security number, etc. So I like the way that he didn't let that give him a little hiccup, and then
Okay.
probably just asking just a few more questions on, okay, oh, so you have kids? Okay, what are your kids' names? Because I kind of gave him a little bone right there. Yeah, I just want to make sure that my friend can make sure my kids are okay. I don't really trust their mom. I would just push in more, like just ask a little few more questions in a why.
Okay.
Okay. That piece kind of leads me to my feedback, Ray. All right. It wasn't personal. Okay. And I know in the script, there's nothing personal in the script, right? There's nothing in there that says
Yeah.
talk about nothing. But through all of those words and all the stuff that we're talking, I gotta try to at least find some relatability. Like you were reading everything very good, but I'm not gonna be able to relate with somebody who's just reading to me telling me what's about to happen.
Hmm.
I need to know something about you. Remember when Zach was talking about, yo, this guy from New Orleans, I told him my dad was graduating.
Yeah.
He's there for, it's over right there. With that client, you're going to sell the client who just all out believes that they want insurance and they don't care who they get it from. That's like 1% of our clients. Okay? So
Hmm.
what I would say is everything you're doing is great, but bring some of you out, dude.
Okay.
Not just the guy who can read.
Yeah.
Makes sense? Bring the guy out who's actually a human, who can talk to him and go, man, like, how many kids you got? You didn't even ask him. You knew he was married or his brother, right? But you didn't ask him, yo, you ain't got no kids? Like, this your brother? What happened to you? Nah, man, my kids is now you got a whole story coming. Now you talk about, man, yeah, me and my brother, man, we got the same dad, different moms, man. I know exactly how that is growing up. But they don't know
Yeah.
nothing about you because you
Yeah.
didn't ask. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
we got to be prepared to give information up about ourselves. And I don't know where in the script it's going to be, Connor. The earlier, the better, right? Because if you try to build that relationship too late, it could be too late. But the earlier I can find some way to have common ground, which is why I love vet leads so much, is because it gives you an immediate in there. If you educate yourself on vets or know anybody in your family who's a vet, or even know a friend whose family, a dad is a mom is a vet. Makes sense? I could tell Zach's dad's story as if it was mine.
Mm.
Straight up. I'd be like, yeah, my childhood friend growing up, Zach, his dad was CHP officer, retired military man. I really respected everything that he did and how he lived his life. He took care of his kids. I grew up with no dad and whoever my mom was dating. So I really respected what he had going on. And I realized once I got into insurance that, dude, I should probably help people who helped me growing up like Zach's dad. So that's why I'm helping vets, sir. I just made that up right now. But that right there is going to get that vet or that client to want to hear me more and relate to me. Makes sense? Versus I'm just calling to sell you insurance. Grab a pen
Yeah.
and paper. Okay? So just make it a little bit more personal. Tonality, great. Everything good. We know you know what I mean? But shoot the shit with him. He seemed like he wanted to shoot the shit a little bit. You seem like you just wanted to get to the next word on the script.
Yeah.
And you kind of get like just be general, just naturally curious, right? So like an easy one there would have when he goes, "Oh, my friend from college. Oh, nice. Where'd you go to school?" Where's
Boom.
like just that little. It's not much. We're not saying take 20 minutes and talk about all this other stuff. Like my friend from college. Oh, nice. Where'd you go to school? I don't know, Northridge. Oh, Northridge. Okay, cool. I went to whatever. Something. Just like a little something that like make that humanizes it enough to where the rest of the appointment becomes a lot smoother. Does that
Yeah.
make sense? Just a little thing like that. Where'd you go to school? How do you
Yeah.
know him? Where'd you grow up? Just like little thing, and not don't hammer on it for 15 minutes. Just one little
Yeah.
thing, find some common ground, and then boom, keep it going. That's it.
Easy.
That's all it takes.
Easy. And yeah, dude. Um, our population. Dude, people just want to buy. People buy from you. Got like what people are going to remember stuff. Like they're not going to remember your quotes. They're not going to remember how much the insurance is, but they will remember the relatability and how you made them feel. So really work really hard at the beginning of your conversation to connect. And people go building rapport. Cool, I like that too. Cool. Building rapport, connect. But like Bryce said, it's not 15, 20 minutes. It's just identifying some pieces and being able to move on. All right.
All right.
So always ask yourself, no closes, anything, anybody on here. A lot of the times your answer could be either two questions you can ask yourself. How much did I know about the client? How much did they know about me? After your presentations, ask yourself those two questions. And when you're not closing or you're not hitting your goal, like there's one of those two are leaking or both. Okay. I remember when I wasn't closing, Sean would be like, yo, so like how much tell me this about the client. How old were they? What about this? And I'd have to look back at my lead. He was like, damn, bro, you were just with them like 2 minutes ago. You don't remember their name. I'm like, shit. Like, yeah, dude, I guess I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So I think just really be there with your client. All right. And connect with them. All right. So let's figure out good job, Ray. Let's get who else wants to hop up? You can definitely tell
I'll hop up.
you good? Let's go, Scott. All right, and Kylie, you next, and Michaela, you up after her, okay? We just so y'all can prepare, okay? Like let's all right, let's go, Scott. Let's go. Who could be the client? Like Connor, you mind being the client?
I can do that.
All right, cool. Let's go. Ring ring. Hello?
Hey, Connor.
Yes, hello. This is he.
Yeah, Connor, this is Scott. I'm just getting back to you real quick about the request you sent online about life insurance for veterans. You said you were in the Navy, right?
Yeah, I did 8 years, just got out a couple years ago.
Oh, heck yeah. What'd you do in the Navy?
Uh, well, the plan was to go naval special warfare, but I ended up washing out of buds and took a position as a SWIC.
Oh, hey, well, that's still pretty cool. I did a few years in the Marine Corps as an artillery officer, so I know we gotta go tour a ship and stuff before. It was pretty good.
Oh
But
yeah, my cousin is Army artillery.
oh, heck yeah. Yeah, pretty similar stuff. Good to blow stuff up. But yeah, my job is super simple. I'm the underwriter assigned to go over what you qualify for. Do me a favor and grab a pen and paper so I can give you my credentials.
Oh right, give me one sec. All right, I got it.
All right, it's Scott Robbins, and my license number is blah 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 blah. And
All right, I got
so I,
all
re-
that.
so I received your request for life insurance. Typically, when I get this request, my clients have someone in mind that they want to leave this money to when they pass away. Who is that for you?
Oh, that would be my brother Ian.
Your brother? Okay, great. And were you looking into life insurance because you already have some in place and want to add more, or did you not have anything set up yet?
I actually don't have anything currently in place, and it's making me a little nervous. Tomorrow's not promised.
Gotcha. And is that because you didn't think you could qualify, afford it, or just haven't taken the time to look into it yet?
It's I've just been kind of shopping around, trying to find something to fit my budget. It's tough these days.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's no problem. Good news is these plans are designed for folks on fixed and regulated income. So everyone we help is on a fixed income and we're able to find a plan within their budget. And
Yeah, I've
so
been out of a job for a little bit. I'm working off my my pension.
your pension, okay, like I said, that's no problem. Plenty of our customers are in the same situation and we're able to help them out and so they can help their beneficiary like your brother. But in terms of what you're looking to accomplish with the coverage, is your main concern just covering the initial cost of your funeral and final expenses, or did you want to leave some additional money behind to replace lost income or leave a gift?
Mainly just to cover final expenses and maybe, if there's a little extra, great, but I just don't want to, burden any family members with that extra cost. It's a lot.
Yeah, no, I understand. Is there something that happened that prompted you to start shopping recently?
Well, my friend just passed away a few months ago, and he didn't leave anything behind, and ended up costing his family. It was somewhere in the ballpark, 20 to 30,000. It was a lot.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that. And so they didn't have any financial help like this, right?
No, there was nothing in place.
Oh, so how did they come up with all that money?
They had to max out a few credit cards. What I heard.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that, but I get that you want to put something in place so you can help your brother so he doesn't have to max out any credit cards and can be taken care of when you pass away, right?
Yeah, that would help me sleep a lot better at night for sure.
Right, perfect. Well, I think it's great you're taking time to look into it, and I'm glad I can be the one to help you. Um, like I said, Connor, my job's super easy. I'm the underwriter for about 35 to 40 different insurance companies. So I'm going to run through the suitability sheet, ask about your health, income, budget, any current insurance you have, get more specific about what you're looking to accomplish with the coverage. And then we'll shop around to see who will give you the most insurance for the lowest monthly cost. And after we find the company, you'll customize your plan to find the balance of coverage that gives you peace of mind, along with a monthly payment that fits your budget. Sound easy enough?
Sounds simple.
Oh, perfect. No, like I said, once we start looking at numbers, I'll get your feedback on whether we need to make any adjustments because it's completely customizable. And from there, I'll submit your request to the insurance company as a full application and make sure you get the green light and get approved. Sound good?
Is there any chance we could set an appointment for sometime next week? You actually caught me in the middle of something. I appreciate you giving me a call. I barely even remembered filling the form out, but thank you so much for giving me a call.
Yeah,
How long do you think this is going to take,
that's no
though?
problem. Oh, it doesn't take long at all. Like I said, we'll just go through the suitability sheet, ask a few health questions, and then we'll do the shopping and we'll get you fixed right pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah, and so if we get that far, just want you to let you know the insurance company asks for the same stuff they would at a car dealership: full name, driver license, date of birth, social security, whatever bank you're going to use to pay for it. So we don't need it now, but if we submit an application, just want to make sure you have access to all that info. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great. I'll just go through the suitability sheet here real quick.
All right, you're good, Scott. You're good, bro. Dude, I honestly, there's variables that can come as you're with every client, but if I'm just sitting here from a coaching perspective, um, I'm not. I don't really have much to say outside of I can identify some things that I saw that you did right. Um, you didn't speak as if like dying was something that could happen. You spoke as if dying is something that is going to happen. Did you guys notice that? All right, that's my job. Like honestly, that's honestly like I try to give some of these things because a lot of us speak in a way that like we're sounding like if you die or if I'm like, dude, I don't know nobody who got out of here alive, but we speak as if people aren't going to die. Okay, so he kept saying when they pass away, when you pass away, when you die. Okay, so I'd say speak in absolutes, and he was easy to listen to. And there was a lot of relatability right off the rip. Right off the rip. Hey, what do you do? It's a great question to ask all vets. What'd you do? You know what I mean? What'd you do in there? And then it could definitely tail off into a ton of different things. So I thought you built an early good relationship and you spoke as if you were selling something that people were actually going to use, not something people were checking out. You get check out responses from people when your language sounds like they should be checking it out. You got to speak as if like they need it, they want it, and there's no reason why would we even be talking? This isn't, I'm not talking to you so you can see if you're interested, so you can see if you're gonna die. No, man. I'm talking to you as if you're already like, what I mean? We know the date you're gonna die. We just need to hurry up and do this. That's how much belief needs to be in your language. All right. So just little things there that I would say that's what you did right, dude, but keep it up. Anything else, B, you got?
No, I mean, Connor, dude, Scott, would you agree what Connor said at the end is like exactly what we talked about earlier? Like the thing that has been kind of the next hurdle to get over is like not the immediate when we get somebody on the phone objection, but more of the we're on the phone for 5, 10, 15 minutes, and then it's like before we get into the meat of the presentation, then it's actually, can we do this later? So I know that's happened to you at least twice today, right? So first of all, dude, Dom, Scott has been unmuted every single call on live dials. So, it props to him for that.
Oh yeah.
But it's funny, I was like when Connor said that, I was like, dude, it's almost like I didn't even ask Connor to say that, but it was like the perfect
Oh,
it was like the perfect thing. You probably think the same thing. I'm like, dude, that's exactly what I've been hearing.
yeah, I
So
thought you
I don't know,
texted
Dom,
him.
if because I kind of talked with Scott about it earlier, but just based on what you heard, I don't know, like, what.
Well, if we want to get there, okay, good. I didn't know if this was over. I didn't want to talk about something that was a one-off during this. Does that make sense? Because it's like, okay, but if that's something that he's seeing,
Yep.
then Scott, all right, as you're building this relationship right now, people do that to their friends. As weird as this sounds, right? You got to make sure that you make that this relationship that you're building with people, Scott, is based on you helping them and serving them, not based on them listening to you. Okay? So you can come off as so easygoing and things like that that people may like, okay, dude, I don't want to hurt the guy's feelings, so I'm just going to sit here and talk to him. Okay? Like, I don't want to hurt his feelings, but actually, when it really comes down to doing business, I ain't going to do it. All right? So take some of what Bryce said to Ray. Okay? and have a little bit more of direction with where you're going through your tone, not so much with your words. So I think your words are great, okay? But your tonality needs to be more right now. You have a very easygoing tonality, which can make people think that, oh, it's so easygoing that we could pick this shit up tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense? You need to have some sense of urgency in your tonality. And it doesn't mean speed up your words. Okay? Because I think it's just more of impact of your words. Okay? So we're going to give you an example. If you are let's see, I'm reiterating the why. So what I'm hearing is, you want to make sure that if something happened to you, you want to make sure that you're not leaving a burden on X, Y, or Z, yada yada yada. You know what I mean? Is that correct? Yes. Okay, that's one way to do it. Or hey, what I'm hearing is that if when this happens, you'll have this, this, and this going on. Scott, is that what you want to happen? No? Okay, so my job here today, Scott, is to make sure that that doesn't happen. Okay? Like you just said, you don't want this, and okay, that's my job here today. Now you're establishing that I'm still here, I'm still your friend, but there is no way in hell I'm going to let you get out of this conversation without solving what we just discussed. Do you know what I mean? So you're reiterating it, fine, but reiterate it and ask them, hey, is that what you want? So if I could find something, what are those 3 things that Bryce said? Yes, you know what I mean? So if I could help you out, find something that fits your budget, that you completely understand and takes care of your family's needs. Is there any reason why, is there any reason why you wouldn't be able to do this today or see it? You know what I mean? Like use those types of things when you get to those types of like spots or before you get there. All right. But I think it's really just about reiterating the why and then getting them to speak it. Because that's the only thing I really just heard is that they spoke it, you heard them, but then you told them, right, what it was and they agreed with it. But when you get your clients speaking what they don't want it to be and how bad it could be, and they're saying it, it's really hard for them to say, hey, I ain't got time right now, 10, 15 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get them on board to finish it. So 100% across the board, set that table. All right, set that table of who you are, what we're going to do, and what it's going to look like. And I want you to tell me, if we don't take care of this, what is it going to look like? Great question is, hey, if you died yesterday, right? I don't think enough people use this. And I know we role play during these whys. I'm not hearing you guys ask this. You guys ask about the beneficiary and stuff like that, but use this one 100% of the time. Zach, if you died yesterday, what would it look like for Cassie today if that was your wife? And wait, it's a hard question to ask. It is, especially if you're new. Because you're like, damn, I'm like, because then you got to really believe that they're going to die. So, hey, you died yesterday, Kylie. What does that look like today? So now when they answer that, Scott, I got that in my ammo bag. Okay? So now when they say, hey man, I'm in a hurry. I don't got time to, I go, hey dude, I ain't got time either, but your family definitely ain't got no time to be bullshitting with this. So I'm going to take another 10 to 12 minutes to knock this out because you said that your family is going to be on your mom's couch if you died yesterday. And thank God God gave you today. So let's handle this. Send me over your ID. We can knock this thing out. But I've already established, you know what I mean? That I'm here and my tonality is that we're going to get this shit done, dude. All right? So when you get that, use that ammo that you got earlier when they told you how bad it would be. When they told you what it would look like. You with me, Scott? And anybody on here. So that's why you're going to gain that stuff. Sometimes I get ammo and I don't ever need to use it. You know, you get to the end, they're like, oh shit, they said yes to everything. All right, great. I don't even got to bring up that they said that they would, have to do a spaghetti feed, or that they would have to get donations at church like their cousin. Like a lot of the times when you get people to live or speak something they don't want, it's enough to get them out of their own way for the bullshit objections that may come later. But if you never, Scott, allow them to see what today would look like if yesterday wasn't taken care of, they start to tell you stuff like, I don't got time. Make sense? I don't got time. So a lot of this isn't like, how do I overcome it? It's how do I prevent people from saying that stuff? How do I prevent them from being in a hurry? How do I prevent them? If I'm going in for chemotherapy, I'm not trying to rush my doctor. I know how valuable it is. But if I didn't know how valuable it was, I'd be trying to get back to whatever I had going on, right? Because they didn't tell me how valuable it was. I need to know this is valuable. This is what it's, does that make sense, you guys? And if they know your value to them and how bad it will be if they don't take care of it today, because by the way, when you say what happens yesterday, it implies we're taking care of this shit today, by the way. If you said if you died tomorrow, that already gets them thinking that they got tomorrow to speak to you. And that's what a lot of you guys do. I hate to say you guys. I say you guys, I was there. I don't do that no more. Okay? But I used to speak in ways that didn't get people to buy, which is why I pointed out how Scott is speaking in absolutes. He's speaking as if when you die. So when you speak that way, you stop getting stuff. So Scott, you're speaking that way, but earlier, let's pull more of that why out and have them repeat it to me. If you died yesterday, what does that look like for your family today, Scott? And I wait. It's some of the most it's probably the most uncomfortable question that they've been asked in a long time or ever. And you got to get used to being the agent that's just used to asking that uncomfortable question. And you're going to get some different answers. Sometimes they're going to tell you, well, they'll figure it out. Well, this is the time for you to go a little bit deeper. Don't take the I'll figure it out. Because by the way, when you ask hard questions, people will resist a little bit. They will. So let's what time we got here? We're just right there. Bryce, those things right there. When you're those layered questions, let's finish with that. I asked a hard question. They give me some surface level answer. This is one thing you've gotten really good at. I see Clint, I see a lot of these guys. They're really good at not taking that surface and keeping to dig. Can you take 2-3 minutes and show us how to get below the surface with some of these clients? I ain't got no beneficiary. I don't really care. I just, that client that is just.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, I just view those early questions, I just view them as non-negotiables. And sometimes you just got to repeat the same question in a couple different ways and give them a couple different chances to answer. Because you're never going to sell insurance to somebody, even if they let you continue the appointment. You're never going to sell to somebody who's not going to give you a beneficiary, or they're not going to tell you whether they have insurance or not. You know what I mean? So there's those super important questions early on in the script. They're there for a reason, because I got to have those boxes checked before I move on. So if I'm like, all right, Zach, now when you filled out this form, if you're like everybody else, you had somebody in mind that you wanted to leave this money behind to and you passed. So for you, who would that be? You go, I'm not really sure. Got it. Hey, no problem. I just, when you take me back to when you submitted this request. You were thinking about somebody, right? There was somebody that you had in mind that you just didn't want dealing with all this stuff that when you die. Now for you, like, who would that be? So, you know what I mean? So I'm not getting frustrated and I'm not getting upset. Everything is no big deal, but I'm just kind of, hey, no problem. Now take me back to where you were. Who would that be? Does that make sense? And so a lot of times,
Bryce, I give you the answer.
Just a couple different times.
So say I give you the answer, right? Oh, okay. My daughter. After you pushed a little bit, do you just stop there? Or do you take that deeper? Do you find out more information about the daughter? Or are you like, damn, that was hard enough to get that. Let me just move on to the next thing.
Yeah, I mean, I have these, I'm looking at these first couple questions as like, I got to figure this out, and then I'm going to piece it all together later, like really dig deeper later. So your daughter, gotcha. Okay. Now, when you were thinking about coverage for your daughter, Were you wanting to look into it, Dom, because do you already have some life insurance and you want to add some more to that? Or do you not have anything set up yet?
I got nothing.
Nothing. Okay. And then, so you don't have anything for your daughter. What did you have in mind as to what you wanted to accomplish with this coverage? Like, was your main concern that she would be the one responsible for the initial cost of the funeral and the final expenses, or is there anything else on top of that that you want to help her out with, like bills, mortgage, or is this purely just leaving like a gift behind for her?
I just don't want to leave her dead. That's
So,
it.
so when you say debt, what does that mean to you?
A bill, the cremation, the burial, any outstanding bills I may have, because she's my next of kin.
Got it. Okay. So it sounds like that most immediate concern is that she'd be the one taking care of the funeral, the final expense stuff if you didn't have anything like this set up. Is that what I'm hearing?
Correct. Correct.
Got it. Okay.
So right there, you guys, that's a great place to follow up. Well, what would she do?
Yep.
Like, I know we're here on the phone today to take care of it, and we're not gonna get off the phone without taking care of this, but say it happened yesterday, what would your daughter be doing today? And once he answers that question, that's a trial close. You guys know what a trial close is. I just told him, I just basically told him, we're gonna take care of this today. That's why we're talking. But yesterday, if you would have died, what would that look like for her today? Because you would have been too late to talk to me. Whoo! Now he has to answer the question, give me the solid why of what it would be. And he just agreed that we were going to help him today. So now, Scott, 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, I don't get that bullshit. Make sense? Trial close as early possible as you can. Here's another example to trial close. And then we'll be done. All right, I'm sorry, you guys. But like if a client's taking on or talking about something for a long time, you can say, hey, Zach, I really love where we're going right now, and your grandbabies are so cute. But I'm slammed today, but I'm gonna put some extra time in when we go over your approval of your policy, okay? So that we can pick this thing up. But let's finish this insurance, all right? And then we can get back. I'll set some extra time up next week for us. So now I got out of the conversation because it was going way too left. And I trial closed them, letting them know that we would get back together and go over their policy, and I'll set up some more time to go over what the hell we were just talking about. Now they're kind of bought in on, damn, I want to pick up the conversation, and I know I need the insurance, so I guess I'm gonna get the insurance because I did fill out the form. Use these conversations to help you position yourself better to close. All right, you're gaining information, yes, but you're also getting them in a situation where, dude, it's hard to get out. All right. And all of this only works with leads. I had somebody comment on my social media and goes, yeah, I can't believe somebody would say they didn't want what you're selling them on a cold call. And I go, this training only works with leads. Straight up. I said, this only works. Absolutely. Our training, you're actually going to jail if you sell like this, if people who didn't fill out forms.
Right.
Actually, you ain't going to jail. You ain't gonna sell nothing. Right? Because it's completely different. All right. And they responded back, okay, now that makes sense. But I'm like, dude, if they fill out a form, there's absolutely no reason they should ever say they don't want it or I should believe it. There's always a way to overcome any objection if they filled out a form. If they didn't fill out a form, you're rolling the dice. You could hit 7, you could hit 11. There's odds. But with leads, oh boy, 1 is a win and 10 to 7 is a win. Any number I hit is going to be a win if I know how to play it. And that's what we're doing right here. We got to learn how to play every damn number on the dice. Make sense? And when you know how to play it, you're winning. All right. So thank you I know we went over today. Hopefully this is helpful. And thank you guys for the feedback. Great role playing. Kylie, you got out of it. We'll get on it next time. All right. We may